Und willkommen zurück zu Trails from Zero here in America Village. It's a bus stop. While we're here, let's dig up whatever leads we can about the monsters and then head back. Gut. Man hört es vielleicht nicht, weil ich mich dauernd verlese, aber ich bin jetzt auch ausgeschlafen. Oh, you guys from Crossbell City? That doesn't seem right, considering the bus just left a few minutes ago. Huh, you walked here? You city folk must all be crazy. Eigentlich wollte ich nur wissen, wo denn der, Village Chief wohnt. Vielleicht hier am Anfang? Direkt am Eingang? Ne, das ist nur ein Haus scheinbar, ne? The magnificent views you can find here are, in my opinion, some of the best treats America has to offer. Phew. When I'm getting sleepy, I wonder if anyone would notice if I snuck into the barn and took a quick nap. Warum solltest du in der Scheune schlafen wollen? Ich meine, du hast ein Bett hier. Hier ist ein Bett. Was willst du in der Scheune? Verstehe ich nicht. Guck mal, hier ist wieder eine Angelstelle. Und wir können immer noch nicht angeln. Ich werde es auch nicht tun. That clean gleam of water, the shadows of the fish outlined by the bright sunlight. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Hier haben wir ein Inn. Das ist vielleicht schon mal ganz gut. Hier können wir vielleicht einmal kurz resten. Das kostet... Wir haben 5800 Mira, okay. 400, ja gut, die 400 Mira, ne? Die können wir ja mal bezahlen. So. Suchen wir mal nach dem Chief, der wohnt garantiert nicht im Hotel. Ich meine, wenn das der Dorfanführer ist, da ist ein Store, ein General Store. Wenn das der Anführer ist, scheint er da doch wohl zu leben und nicht nur als Gast in einem Hotel zu sein. Das ist auch einfach nur ein Haus, aber diesmal mit 2 Betten. Die haben auch eigentlich keinen Grund in der Scheune zu schlafen. Das ist doch bestimmt das Village Chief House. Und was war denn hier noch für eine Holzkonstruktion? Ist das die... Aha! EP Cut 1. You're really going to take that EP Cut one? Haven't the Armoricans been through enough? Nein, ich bestehle sie jetzt einfach. Eigentlich ist das echt dreist. Man geht in dieses Haus rein und klaut. Und das als Polizist! Das ist doch bestimmt das Haus vom Chief, genau. Ist das nicht aus Trails in the Sky der Vater von Ren? Thanks to you, the transaction went flawlessly. Thank you. I look forward to our next business collaboration. Ist das der? Yes, I as well. Weil, ich glaube, das hieß doch, dass die aus Crossbell kommen, ne? Though, are you sure that price is good for your business? It's 20% more than what other traders paid. I assure you, they're well worth the price. Given the praises sung about Armorica's specialty items, I think they'll prove quite profitable. There's no need to fret over my endeavors. I'll break even somehow. Confident as ever. Always a pleasure to work with you. Please, bring your beautiful wife and son with you to the village next time. I have no doubt they'd have a blast relaxing in the sun. I think I'll do just that. Take care, Chief told her. Yes, until next time. Oh, pardon me. Ist das? That man just now. He had the air of a merchant about him? Sure did. He must have had some business with Armorica's head honcho. You all are... Ja, wir sind die Polizei. Apologies for interrupting. We're looking for the chief of the village. Are you him by any chance? Indeed I am. Name's Tolter. You folks tourists? No, sir. We're here to investigate the recent monster attacks in the village. Oh, I understand. The folks over at the Guardian Force have stopped by a few times already. Unfortunately, they couldn't find any conclusive leads. I'm full of confidence now that you all are on the job. Warum? This optimism is strange, don't you agree? Yep, same misunderstanding as usual. Ach so, hält uns für Bracer. I've moved past the point of being surprised now. Sorry, sir, I should have been more clear. What's clarity got to do with this? Despite what you're probably thinking, we aren't from the Bracer Guild. We're from the Crossbell Police Department, Special Support Section. Na toll! Is that right? Can't say that was my first guess. I apologize for misunderstanding. The police rarely visit Amorica Village, so I wasn't really expecting this. On the other hand, bracers are always coming and going thanks to Arios. Gotcha. How can one dude be so popular, yet so dedicated to his job? Braces aside, Chief told her. Can we get back to the reason why we're here? If you don't mind, could you give us a rundown of the attack? Sure, I don't mind. It happened about 3 weeks ago, on the night of a new moon. A pack of monsters snuck into our village, laying waste to any crops they could find. Fruit, wheat, even our livestock was hit. Every household in the village was affected by it, to some degree. Ja, und dann kamen wir und haben einfach noch was geklaut. And there were no eyewitnesses, right? Yes, unlike the rowdy city folk, people here tend to go to sleep earlier. Aha, also müssten wir uns mit dem Rowdy City Folk eventuell... Ja gut, das Rowdy City Folk sind wir, ne? After all, we get up when the rooster crows. Because of that, we were all fast asleep. Aber vielleicht war ja ein Tourist hier zu der Zeit. When people finally stepped outside, the paw prints and damage left by the monsters were clear as day. So no one was aware of what happened until dawn. Could you further expound upon why you think they are wolf-like in nature? Right! You see, the paw prints left all around the village were from some kind of canine. Funny thing is, some CGF members were scheduled to patrol the Amorica area later that day. Once we informed them about the attack, they conducted a search of the perimeter, just to be safe. Das heißt wohl, also für mich ist das schon ein Hinweis, dass jemand wusste, wann die CGF dahin kommen wird und deshalb das vorher schon gemacht hat. Also scheinen die irgendwo einen Maulwurf zu haben. But not a single trace of the canines was found anywhere. His statement seems to line up with that of the CGF report described. That's good to hear. Like I said, it's been 3 weeks since that mess. By the goddess protection, we haven't been hit again. To be honest, I thought this was a one-time issue. I'm sorry to hear that other locations have been attacked as well. Yeah, it's not a great situation. Yo, I got a question. It's pretty awesome to see the villagers so chill after an attack like that. It's like the whole fiasco didn't faze them at all. Weren't your losses pretty heavy? No, it isn't as bad as you think. If you count the losses per household, they were relatively light. Really? I thought it was much worse. This is merely a rough estimate, but I'd wager the total loss was around 100,000 Mira. Still, no matter how much I try to downplay it, a loss is still a loss. Das war kein großer Verlust. Ich will nur noch mal darauf hinweisen. 100.000 Mira, in diesem Dorf stehen gefühlt 5 Häuser. Wenn nicht sogar weniger. Das wäre immer noch irgendwie ziemlich viel Geld für jeden, ne? It was a stressful time for the village. Thankfully, we were able to strike a business deal that will help us recover. I am happy to say most of our losses have been accounted for now. A business deal. Was it with the guest that just left? A keen eye, miss. Yes. He's a merchant from Crossbell City. Over the past few years, we've maintained a healthy business relationship. After hearing about the damages, he increased his office by a wide margin. Bless his soul. Also scheint eigentlich ein guter Mensch zu sein. You don't see that kind of generosity too often in people. He sounds like a kind man. A merchant, eh? No wonder he was in that fancy get-up. Gotta look the part and all, you know? Yes, well, considering the shape Crossbell is in, these damages are the least of our worries. Chief told her. Sorry, could you explain? Oops, looks like I got caught up in the moment. Apologies, folks, forget all that nonsense. Was für Probleme meinst du? Jeez, you can't just tease a man like that. Vielleicht haben diese Probleme ja sogar was mit dem Angriff zu tun. That's like lowering a slab of meat in front of a dog and taking it away. Agreed. I don't appreciate being left in the dark. My sincerest apologies. The ramblings of an old man aren't too interesting, but are you still curious? Yes, sir. Please tell us everything you know. Könnte ja mit dem Fall zusammenhängen. At this point, we'll take any lead we can get. Well, if you insist. Have you folks ever heard of the Divine Wolves? Divine Wolves? As in holy wolves? I do not believe such a term exists in the database. Just as I thought. This legend must be long lost in the city. A shame, really. Sorry, but what exactly is a divine wolf? Whatever it is, it sounds important. The divine wolves are an ancient species of beasts that reside within Crossbell. Stories describe them as wolves with fur as white as snow. You don't mean... Could these divine wolves be the culprits behind Amorica Village's damages? Of course there's no evidence saying that they're the culprits, but personally, I would not be surprised if they were. You see, the old legends mention that these divine wolves are not regular wolves, but holy beasts sent by Eiyuu herself. Long ago, this land of Crossbell was a bloody place, rife with conflict. While watching over the foolishness of man, they would occasionally help the weak if they so desired. At least that's how the legend goes. I can't believe I've never heard that before. Something about this sounds familiar. Yeah, I think I read a fairy tale about a white wolf when I was a little kid. I'm pretty sure I borrowed the book from the library. Yes, I'm sure the legend of the Divine Wolf serves as the basis for that particular fairy tale. As I'm sure you are all aware, Crossbell has undergone drastic changes in the past few decades. Once it became the center of trade in Zemuria, being influenced by both the Empire and the Republic, Crossbell began to leave its history in the past. And with that, the Divine Wolf slowly vanished. Huh. Guess they were just fed up with man being dumb as usual. Well said. Those are my thoughts exactly. I believe that's why the Divine Wolves disappeared over the course of time. And if they have finally decided to return, I can only think that this is an omen of things to come. Why would you think that? It may be out of my place to say, but I feel that Crossbell City has been expanding too rapidly and too aggressively. Last time I rode down to visit, all those changes left my jaw on the floor. It's as if people are so caught up living in the moment they've forgotten to remember the past. That's how I see it anyway. I don't know what to say. Oh dear, I wasn't intending to lambast you folks with a sermon. I just think it's possible that this attack might have been a warning from the returning Divine Wolves. I suppose if you interpret it that way, everything would make sense. But it looks to me like you all took the story a bit too seriously. Please ignore me, those were nothing more than the ramblings of an old man who doesn't know when to stop talking. Aber es könnte was dran sein. I wouldn't dismiss yourself like that. That was all valuable information, sir. I think I may even be able to tackle this case from a new angle. I guess it was worth it then. Well, back to the subject at hand. You came here to conduct an investigation, right? Is there anything I can do to assist you? Yes, actually, may we have your permission to ask the villagers about the incident? If it's just for you four, it shouldn't be a problem. Noon, isn't it? Perfect. Most people should be getting back from farm work right about this time. Okay. Dann können wir das ja jetzt, können wir das machen und die Leute befragen. Divine wolves, huh? That was quite the story. Agreed. Unfortunately, there's no way we can confirm or deny their existence. Still, we can at least count them among our list of potential suspects. What a very Lloyd thing to say. That's right, the paw prints found at the scene of the crime confirms the presence of some kind of wolf-like beasts. But they somehow managed to vanish without a trace. It's bizarre, certainly. If they left paw prints, you would normally be able to follow them back to their origin. Irre ich mich gerade oder stand in dem Bericht was drin, dass es schwarze Wölfe gewesen wären? Ich bin mir gerade nicht sicher, aber ich meine, da was gelesen zu haben in dem Bericht. Was von schwarzen Wölfen. Demnach scheiden die Divine Wolves, die ja weiße Wölfe sind, eigentlich aus. Right. Chalk that up as another mystery. We're dealing with something that was able to elude the CGF's investigators. Well, if they escaped on a path we could never follow, there's kinda nothing we can do about it. No use in frying your brain over it, okay? Also ich glaube immer noch, dass das diese Kampfhunde sind, die Society hat. Yeah, you're right. Alright, let's start with gathering whatever intel we can around here. And considering it's already noon, we might as well grab lunch while we're here too. Hehe, I can't wait! That hike really stirred up my appetite. Same here. I'm always down for some grub. Why don't we head on over to the inn and see what info we can find on the way? Gut. Jetzt möchte ich aber erstmal noch mal gucken. Books. Monster Damage Report. 3 cases. Wolf-like Monsters. Armorica Village hat keiner gesehen. So, St. Ursula. Black Wolf-like Monsters. Da steht es. Eyewitnesses. Injured Witness saw Black Wolf-like Monsters. Das heißt, die Divine Wolves, die ja angeblich weiß sind, können es schon mal nicht gewesen sein. Es sei denn, die sind sehr schmutzig geworden und aus ihr weißes Fell ist voller Staub und Dreck und deswegen sind die jetzt oder Kohle oder Ruß oder was auch immer und deswegen sind die jetzt ist hier mittlerweile einer drin? Ja, der war vorher nicht da. Recently our fields were ravaged by some monsters. To top it off, even our livestock didn't come out unscathed. We found paw prints of some kind of canine, but whatever it is, it's not from around these parts. Maybe there really were those divine wolves like the chief mentioned. Das glaube ich eher nicht. Das passt nämlich nicht zusammen. Ich denke eher, dass die Society dahinter steckt. Hier ist das Inn. Können wir mit dir reden? During the day you'll find my husband tending the fields near the village. He's on his lunch break now. With all this talk of monsters and the recent attack, I wish he wouldn't stray too far from the village. I've been worried sick ever since that happened. I rarely let my kids out of my sight now. Hier ist der Itemladen. Hallo, können wir mit dir reden? My store may not have been hit by those wolves, but unfortunately the damages to the apiary still lost me some mirror. The whole thing sounds so absurd when you actually think about it. I mean, if some monsters were behind it, shouldn't there have been more damage? I guess we were lucky. I'll need to give an extra prayer today to thank Eiyuu for protecting us like she did. Hi, talk. Huh, the attack 3 weeks ago? You mean that one everyone's been making a big deal about? I was fast asleep when it happened. so I don't remember much about it. Plus, I heard we've already made up those losses we took. Why can't we just forget about it and move on? Gut, wenn du nicht weiter reden willst. Ich glaube, das bringt nichts mit den Leuten hier zu reden. Wir müssen ins Inn gehen und da reden wir dann mit denen. Ich speichere gerade nochmal und dann gehen wir da rein. Aber ich möchte ganz kurz vorher nochmal was nachgucken. Okay, war wohl nichts Wichtiges. Ich habe nur gesehen, dass ich Nachrichten gekriegt hatte. Ich dachte, das war eventuell was Wichtiges, aber nein. So. Talk. Omni-Rice is the real deal, Gofen. If I could have a plate of this on my deathbed, I could die happy. Good to hear the cooking is worth the effort. Excuse us, sorry to interrupt. Can I help you? Yes, actually, you see, we're from the Crossbell Police Department. We were curious to know if you had any details regarding the wolf attack. Can you remember anything at all? That incident 3 weeks ago, you mean? Well, I always thought it was funny that the beast attacked early in the morning, while everyone was fast asleep. If you think about it, it's almost as if they knew exactly what time to attack. Anyway, the village was just unlucky. That's the only way I can make sense of this craziness. Nein, aber genau das habe ich mir auch schon gedacht. Die wussten genau, wann sie angreifen müssen, deswegen denke ich mal, dass da eine Organisation hintersteckt, die losgeschickt hat. That's about all I'll be able to tell you too. Most of the guests I've talked to didn't see anything either. That's unfortunate. And here I was hoping for some solid evidence right off the bat. Well, that's how investigations go. Evidence only show up when you're patient and steadily gather information. That may be, but do you think we can take a break? My stomach is going to implode. Oh, you folks haven't eaten yet. This is the perfect opportunity to get you four hooked on the inn's specialty Omni-Rice. The bill's on me. No, that's not necessary, sir. Ja, wir als Polizisten und auch in Trails in the Sky schon als Bracer, die Hauptcharaktere kriegen ja ihr Essen immer umsonst. It's fine. Just think of it as my way of making some new friends. Or just think of it as a marketing tactic. Next time you visit America Village, you come stop by the ash tree inn for lunch. Can't refuse that generosity, can we? Lloyd, we might as well take him up on his kind offer, if that's the case. I second that notion. Lloyd, wie war das mit Bestechung und so? Well, okay, I guess. We love some Omni-Rice. Good deal. Why don't you folks find yourselves an empty table while I whip up your meal? Dann bin ich mal gespannt auf diesen Omni-Rice. In only a few minutes, 4 steaming plates of Omni-Rice were brought to Lloyd's table. The SSF, after demolishing the deliciously simple meal, felt completely recovered from their long hike to America Village. Heißt es, wir hätten hier überhaupt nicht übernachten müssen? Hätten wir scheinbar wirklich nicht. So. Most people who attend the fields come back during lunchtime. I can't say that business is booming, but we manage. I'm just happy to keep this place running for my regulars. Okay. Wahrscheinlich passiert was, wenn wir rausgehen? Nein. War das alles? Oh, und jetzt? Das war ehrlich gesagt mein einziger Anhaltspunkt. Let's ask the villagers. Okay, wir müssen die Leute jetzt noch fragen. Ja gut, das weiß ich schon. Das hast du mir schon gesagt. Hier unten ist noch ein Haus, wo wir noch nicht... Das Wasser sieht gerade schön verspiegelt aus. Ach, ein Angler. Such a pretty day. Wahrscheinlich bekommen wir jetzt unsere Angel, ne? Oh, you guys here to do a little fishing too? Not exactly. We're officers from Crossbell Police Department. We're here to investigate the monster attack that took place roughly 3 weeks ago. You don't strike me as Armorican, but if you know anything about it, anything at all, I'd appreciate if you told us. Oh, you came about that? If my memory serves me right, I was trying to catch a python head around then, so I wasn't actually in the village. You can bet your horses I heard the stories afterwards, though. I see. Thank you for your help. We'll just have to find leads elsewhere. Sorry I couldn't be more help. But man, y'all have to travel all the way out of here for police stuff? Not gonna lie, that sounds rough. Oh, that reminds me, you guys happen to fish? A day as beautiful as this comes once in a blue moon. Would it be a shame if you weren't able to kick back and enjoy the sun for a bit? War ja klar, dass wir jetzt eine Angel bekommen. Oh, I can't forget about this either. Fishing notebook. This notebook is an angler's best friend. You can use it to record every detail about every catch from color to size. Are you sure this is okay? It's like you're giving us an entire starting kit. No worries. I'm a part of the Fisherman's Guild. Our whole mission is to promote the culture and greatness of fishing. It's common practice for us to have a few beginners sets on hands, in case we run into someone interested in fishing. We stopped by their building before. I think I have a better idea of what they do now after meeting this guy. Hey, this is a stroke of luck. Now we've got a nice hobby we can do between jobs or something. Right. While one of us, not me, fishes, the rest can take the chance to rest. Rest is a necessity, you know? From what you're saying, I'm guessing you two are still tired from the walk here. Now that I think about it, the last time I fished was when Guy first taught me. Once Guy joined the police, we never had much time to go, but maybe I should try to get back to it. If you're itching to find it out, there's a pretty nice fishing spot in Armorica. Da drüben, ich habe ihn schon gesehen. Das ist da, wo das Wasser so unruhig ist. Genau da. See that little jetty over there? Cast your line around there and you'll get bites in no time. I appreciate the advice. Thanks for everything. Ja, das weiß ich, dass man da... Genau. Information regarding caught fish is recorded in the book. So. Komm, wir angeln jetzt einmal. Ja, nur, dass wir das aber abgehakt haben. Sorry, American Carp, but you're about to get schooled. Fisch. Ich habe nur die eine und ich pack da einen Erdwurm drauf. Wow, ist das nicht toll. Hit! Rain Eater was caught. 66 Reach. So, jetzt haben wir den jetzt im Inventar. Ich meine, können wir so unser Fischfilet kriegen, was wir ja noch brauchen? Ingredients. Nein, wir haben alles außer das Fischfilet. Das kriegen wir nur von Monstern, die wir besiegen wahrscheinlich. Gut, so viel dazu. Da unten wollte ich noch hin. Ich wollte hier in dieses Haus noch und da einmal nochmal fragen wegen des Incidents. Farmwork requires love and dedication. We make sure to treat every single crop like it was a child of ours. When our fields were hit by the attack, I'm sure you can imagine how much that hurt the village, right? Haben wir denn jetzt nicht schon alle befragt? Die Kinder hier noch nicht. So I heard you've told our mention that divine wolves were the culprit or something. Psst. We don't even need to worry. If they mess with us again, the great Camille will teach them a lesson. Wenn du das meinst. Did those wolves do anything bad to the village? I don't really know what happened. Ja, dann haben wir doch mit allen geredet. Es sei denn, hier ist jetzt auch jemand drin. Oder der ist neu. Earlier, I heard the chief mention something about divine wolves. He may be my father, but I can't help getting annoyed by that he won't let go of silly things like so-called divine wolves. I just want him to start focusing on improving the village, not worrying about things from the past. Also hat er so ein entgegengesetztes Mindset quasi. Der Vater von ihm hat ja quasi gesagt, ja, er findet es schade, dass Crossbell seine Vergangenheit vergisst und nur noch im Moment lebt. Und der Sohn sagt quasi jetzt genau das Gegenteil, dass sein Vater ihm zu sehr in der Vergangenheit hängt. Just like my husband, I was fast asleep while the beasts attacked. I'm sorry, I wish I could be of more help to you. I have an idea. Why don't you ask the people who live near where the brunt of the damage was? Das war wo? Also hier waren wir doch schon drin, ne? Mit dem haben wir schon geredet. Haben wir nicht mit allen eigentlich mittlerweile geredet? Ich glaube, wir haben noch nicht hier mit ihr geredet wieder. Hey, you want to know about the night those wolves attacked? Well, I know it's been about 3 weeks since then. Sorry, I don't remember much about that. Much more than that. Ist hier im Hotel eventuell noch irgendjemand? Mr. Hayworth? Es war wirklich der Vater von Ren. Mr. Hayworth told us that he's going to be heading home soon. Don't you just love him? He's so kind, genuine and handsome. Can you believe he's married? He even has a kid. Oh, I'm so jealous of his wife. Er hat sogar 2 Kinder, aber das weiß er nicht. Huh. You want information on those wolves? Well, the fields that I'm in charge of were damaged a little bit, so that wasn't great. Bear in mind, no one actually saw the beasts, so they might be smarter than we think. Und mit dir können wir nochmal reden, ne? The day before the attack, everyone in the village went to sleep early because we had to wake up at dawn for work. It was like the monsters were waiting for the perfect time to strike. Say whatever you want. We were just unlucky. That's the only explanation that makes sense to me. Oder die Monster sind geschickt worden. Ist hier vielleicht... Ach, guck mal, da ist Mr. Hayworth. Mit dem müssen wir wahrscheinlich noch reden, ne? Oh, you all. You just met with Chief Tolder. You're a merchant from Crossbell City, aren't you? I guess you heard about that from the village chief. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Harold Hayworth. I run a small-scale business operation out of Crossbell City. Are you 4 here to purchase something as well? No, that's not it. The SSS introduced themselves and explained the reason they came to our Morika village. Oh, you're from the CPD? My apologies. The Special Support Section? That name sounds so familiar. Where in the world did I hear that? Vielleicht hast du was Schlechtes über uns in der Zeitung gelesen. Oh, of course, the Crossbell Times. I take it you read that article on us? About that, please try not to let that influence your opinion of us. There's no need to get all worked up about it. All I see is a group of individuals who are working hard in a newly formed division of the CPD. Sure, that article may have been overzealous with sarcasm, but to be honest, I thought it genuinely tried to paint your efforts as earnest. Do you really think so? I suppose it could be interpreted like that from a more optimistic perspective. Well, we sorta know the author. That said, I think you might be giving her too much credit. Anyway, you mentioned wolf-like monsters. I've heard of a similar incident that took place over at St. Ursula Medical College. I'd be lying if I told you I wasn't anxious. Do you have some sort of partnership with St. Ursula as well, Mr. Hayworth? Yes, I do. You see, I wholesale medical supplies to them every so often. Rumor has it that someone there was injured during the attack. Also, wasn't there some damage over in Mines too? Unfortunately so. The Guardian Force is conducting a search there as we speak. That's reassuring. Perhaps I should pay Mines a visit as well. By the way, Mr. Hayworth, something has me curious. I heard you were more than generous with your offers on the goods you came to purchase today. The village chief must really enjoy talking today. I wasn't exactly doing it as charity or anything like that. Armorica's specialty items, especially their honey, received glowing reviews these past few months. I simply wanted to use this opportunity to leave a good impression on the people here. Nothing but a harmless marketing strategy. Not too shabby. I imagine earning a client's trust is vital in any sort of business. If that's the case, you must be running a smooth operation. No, I still have a lot to learn. I'm still a greenhorn in the realm of business. Also, allow me to apologize. I sincerely wish I had more pertinent information to give you. No, please don't let that bother you. After all, we should be the ones apologizing, taking up all of your precious time like this. Not at all. Best of luck to you all with your investigation. Das müsste jetzt aber dann doch der letzte gewesen sein, oder? Oder sind hier noch Leute? Nee, hier ist noch ein Viererzimmer. Hier ist noch jemand. Darn wolves sneaking into the village? Something that outrageous would never happen in Crossbell City. This entire situation sucks. Why the heck would my mom want to move to a place like this? Ja, Mom, warum? The recent attack gave me quite the fright. Considering how peaceful it was that night, I could hardly believe my eyes. I know we're living out in the countryside, but it's still a bit unnerving to see monsters wander into civilized areas. Gut, dann war's das wohl, ne? Wir haben jetzt wirklich mit allen gesprochen, mit denen wir reden können. Warum ist das dann noch nicht vorbei hier? Müssen wir nochmal mit dem alten Sack reden? Hey, wir haben jetzt alle befragt. Still an investigation? Here? Maybe I haven't given the CPD enough credit. You may be a match for the guild. The only thing I'm certain of this is that it took place in the dead of night. I don't know whether you'll find relevant information, but you're free to ask around the village for any details. Tja. Was ist, wenn wir die Stadt jetzt nochmal verlassen? So, hier in... Mit dem haben wir noch nicht wieder geredet, ne? The morning after the incident, I found my truck covered here, head to toe in these ugly scratches. Goddess, it pisses me off every time I remember. Y'all are gonna pay. This here truck's crucial to the village's business. Whoever did this has hell to pay. Anyway, these scratch marks definitely came from some kind of canine. Okay. Können wir uns das Ding angucken, ohne mit dem zu reden? Nein. Oops, we still haven't talked to all the villagers. That's sort of some of the reason why we're here. With luck, someone will know something about the monsters. Aber wir haben mit allen geredet. Wir haben mit allen geredet. Mit ihr haben wir schon geredet. Hier ist auch kein Neuer mehr mit drin. Hä? Warum? Hä? Verstehe ich nicht. Ich bin in dieses Haus reingegangen und nichts gemacht, bin wieder rausgekommen. Should we put a hold on our investigation for now? I guess so. Kinda sucks that we didn't hear anything useful though. Setting aside the eyewitness testimonies, I was almost positive someone would have heard some howling, you know? It is strange. It's something to keep in mind. Ja, auch der Typ, der wach war, hat ja nichts gehört. Anyway, I think we've covered just about everything we can here. We should pay St. Ursula Medical College a visit next, but let's go back to Crossbell City before that. No complaints from me? Though I can't say I have any desire to make the trek on foot again. Me neither. It's not worth the trouble or pain. You heard right. You heard the ladies, Lloyd. I did, and I agree. We can just check when the next bus arrives at the bus stop. Ja, zurück mit dem Bus. Und dann können wir auch die Quest abschließen mit den Sepet. So the next bus comes in 30 minutes. Jeez, that's the absolute worst wait. It's not too long, but still not short. I was wanting to grab a drink at the inn, but that doesn't give me enough time. Wie lange brauchst du, um was zu trinken? So weit ist das Inn nicht weg. Who cares whether there's enough time or not? Drinking on duty isn't appropriate, Randy. Huh? Tio, what's up? Is something wrong? No, I just thought I heard something in the distance. What kind of noise we talking about? I'll try maximizing the sensitivity in order to amplify the sound. Please stay quiet. Oh, okay, do your thing. Und? I'm sorry, everyone. It must have been my imagination. Don't worry about it, Tio. Can you describe the sound? Again, it might have been my imagination, but I could have sworn I heard howling. Aha, wie von einem Wolf. Seriously? Was it a culprit? Please don't get your hopes up. I likely misheard it. It could have also been a simple sensor malfunction. What should we do? Search the surrounding area for sign of wolves? Let me think. Tio, what's the range on your sensors? When operating normally, it should be around 50 Celsius. However, in the presence of wind, sound waves can travel even further. The exact location is near impossible to pinpoint. Phew, damn, that far, eh? But we still won't be able to determine where the sound came from. That's okay. In the meantime, we'll just have to keep our ears open. Wait a second. You believe me? Warum denn nicht? Huh? Of course we do. You said you heard it, right? Yes, I did say that. Still, it's not something the average person would be able to catch. Wouldn't it be normal to think I'm lying or that my mind was playing tricks on me? Naja, du warst bis jetzt sowieso nicht sonderlich normal, würde ich mal sagen. Ich meine, du redest ständig von irgendeiner Database und so. Wie auch immer du das nachguckst, als ob dein Gehirn damit verbunden wäre. Vielleicht bist du auch einfach ein Roboter. Maybe, maybe not. But we all know that you're one in a million, Tio Todd. Come again? It's true. Plus, why wouldn't we believe you? We might have met recently, but you've already saved us more times than I can count. I can't think of any reason to ever doubt you. I apologize, everyone. That question was silly of me to ask. Please forget about it if possible. Sure. I'm not sure if that's a big deal. Oh, you're still here? Ah, Mr. Hayworth. Yes, we are. Were you about to head back to Crossbell City? Yes, that's right. Are you doing the same, Mr. Hayworth? Indeed I am. Now that I've picked up souvenirs for my family, I'm about to return home. Forgive me for assuming, but were you planning on taking the bus back? When does it arrive? Unfortunately, it will be another half hour according to the schedule. Abzüglich der Zeit, die ihr hier schon verplappert habt. Hey, if you wanna pop a squat and wait with us, we'd be happy to have ya. Oh, I appreciate the offer, but... 5 in total, there should be room, I think. Was? Ah, er hat ein Auto. Everyone, instead of waiting for the bus, how about we all hop in my car instead? I'll get you to Crossbell City in no time flat. Aha, 5 Personen passen da also rein. So, und jetzt fährt er über diese Holzbrücke. Thank you for the ride back, Mr. Hayworth. My pleasure. I was heading back to the city anyway. Man, must be awesome to own your own orbit car, huh? How much did this baby cost ya? Ich finde, das Ding sieht ziemlich riesig aus, wenn man das vergleicht mit wie es von außen aussah. I believe a vehicle of this model and manufacturer would cost approximately 800,000 mira. 800,000 mira? I can't even imagine having that much. Well, it's an invaluable tool for a merchant like myself. I could take the bus, but transit time would end up bottlenecking my business, so I decided to bite the bullet and get my own vehicle. I'm sure you had other reasons to buy it aside from business. For example, I bet it lets you get home to your wife and son earlier, right? You caught me. Ah, there's the real reason. Got gifts for them and everything, huh? Is this what people call the ideal husband and father? No, that's giving me far too much credit. I often have to go on business trips, forced to leave my wife and son at home. Naja, den idealen Vater weiß ich nicht, ob ich ihn so beschreiben würde. Ich meine, aus Trails in the Sky wissen wir ja schon anderes über ihn, oder? How old is your son? He turns 5 years old this year. He's not quite at that Sunday school age yet, but he's filled with curiosity. In fact, his constant questions and desires to learn about his surroundings can be a bit overwhelming for his mother. I see. You all sound like a happy family. Yes, we are. Besides, we have to be happy. Oh, pay no mind to that, simply thinking aloud. Weil du denkst, seine Tochter hätte das gewollt. Look, we should be close to the end of the old road now. I'll be taking a right turn up here, just as a heads up. Crossbell und 10 Gramm. Also wir fahren jetzt nach Crossbell! Der ist schwarz und weiß, der Wolf, beziehungsweise blau und weiß. Ein Divine Wolf! Es gibt sie also wirklich. Ich glaube aber, dass er und die Monster, die da alles verwüstet haben, nicht unbedingt die gleichen sind. Thanks for driving us all the way back to the city, Mr. Hayworth. Oh, it was nothing. It was on the way, so why not travel in good company? Well, best of luck with your investigation. You've got my full support. Thank you very much, sir. If you ever need our support, contact us whenever. What she said. Remember us before you turn to the Bracer Guild, eh? Stay professional, guys. How subtle. What? Someone's gotta do the PR for us. Ain't that right, Teotot? Indeed, advertising is considered a crucial aspect of all business models. As a merchant, I wholeheartedly agree. If something comes up, I know where to find you. Oh, I have something that might come in handy. Then again, as police officers, you might find it unnecessary. Crossbell City Map. Ja, okay, ist vielleicht ganz nützlich. A map of the city? It's something I put together last month to guide tourists around the city, so I figure it might be useful as a city map too. Aber haben wir sowas nicht schon? This will be really nice to have when we're patrolling the city. Thanks a lot, Mr. Hayworth. We'll put it into good use. I'm glad to hear. Well then, until we meet again, good luck to all of you. Aber hatten wir nicht schon eine City Map? Habe ich mich daran nicht schon orientiert? Hä? What a great man. I agree. I never thought we would find someone as altruistic as Lloyd, but here we are. You know, that doesn't really sound like a compliment. Remember, he's a trader. I bet it takes more than being nice to run a successful business. Well, Mr. Hayworth and his business seem to be prospering, all while maintaining cooperation with the locals. He really stands out. Most Crossbellian traders tend to trade abroad. We need more merchants like that, I think. Damn, he really is something else, isn't he? While he runs an honest business, groups like Ravache are as dirty as they come. That's just how Crossbell is nowadays. Of course, there's always the flip side. But people like Mr. Hayworth show that Crossbell isn't all bad. He gives me hope. Me too, Ellie. Anyway, it's already past noon. How about we head to the next place? We might as well. St. Ursula Medical College, wasn't it? South, then? Right. We can't take the bus there. I heard it stops by every 30 minutes. Hey, that's handy dandy. Aber hast du das nicht über den anderen Bus auch gesagt, dass der so regelmäßig kommt? Let's take a look at the bus stop then. Sounds good. St. Ursula, I guess I'm finally going to see Cecile. Genau, so hieß sie. Ich hatte ihren Namen vergessen. The Crossbell city map can now be opened. While inside the city, press... Okay. Ah. Gut, damit können wir quasi dann Quick Travel machen, ne? If you're inside the city, you can use the map as shortcut to travel around quickly. You can fast travel to the areas listed on the left side of the screen. Sehr schön. Be aware that in some situations fast travel will be unavailable. Ich speichere an dieser Stelle nochmal und probiere das jetzt gleich mal aus. Wir müssen zum IBC. Woo! Denn wir haben noch Quartz abzugeben. Wenn ich mich recht entsinne, waren das Water Quartz. Exchange. Water Sapit 30. Und Time 30. Trade. Yes. So, damit haben wir es geschafft, ne? Oh! It appears you have managed to exchange 30 of each Sapith type. Just one moment, please. Hello, this is the receptionist desk. I'd like to convert 30 of each type of Sapith into Mira, please. Right, okay, I see. Yes, understood. I've confirmed the transaction with our employees at the exchange terminal. There was an incident where an employee confused Earth and Space Sapith, but the transaction was reversed. Here's hoping things will run smoothly from now on. I'm guessing they've got a bit of that hands-on experience now. I'm glad we were able to be of service to you. Oh, of course. You've been an immense help. It's not much, but please take this as a token of our appreciation. Terra Bomb 3-mal, Reviving Bomb 3-mal, EP-Chat 2-mal. A rather generous reward. But that's not all. You can keep using the VIP card I gave you earlier. You're our special guest, so you may continue to use our exchange service as you please. Please consider it as another token of our appreciation. Are you sure about this? Isn't this too much? Ain't this supposed to be a service meant for IBC members only? You telling me we're getting these awesome perks all thanks to Ella here? I highly doubt that's the reason why. Lanfei, you're not giving us special treatment because of our relationship, right? Of course not. Please visit again if there's anything I can assist you with in the future. Gut, dann haben wir das auch erledigt. Wir müssen nur noch die Fischfilets besorgen. Und, wo ist denn St. Ursula überhaupt? St. Ursula ist nach Süden. Dann muss ich ja durch Downtown durch, oder? Downtown District. Und St. Ursula müsste dann... Der Downtown District hat überhaupt keine... Dann müssen wir jetzt hier in die East Street. Der Downtown District hat ja überhaupt keinen Ausgang. Aber... Warte mal, müssen wir da echt hier lang über den Central Square? Hier gibt es einen Ausgang nach Süden, ne? Station Street. Ach, okay, hier müssen wir lang. hier noch für ein Crossbell Airport? Es gibt hier sogar Flugschiffe. I'm taking a flight out of Crossbell Airport, so I rode the train out here. Between trains, buses and airships, Crossbell has just about every mode of transportation. Must be convenient. We don't have any business at the airport. Okay, dann nicht. Und hier ist die Bushaltestelle, nicht wahr? There's still, what, 10 minutes until the next bus leaves? That's fortunately not too long a wait. It's been a while since I last visited St. Ursula. Same here. I've been wanting to visit for a while, but you know how busy our schedule is. You did? Why? You feeling sick, bud? I bet a cute nurse would get you back to top shade in no time. I'm not you, Randy. I have a friend who works there. They've supported me in many ways, so I'm kicking myself for not having gone sooner. We were both kind of busy, so we kept putting it off. Ah, I see. I can sympathize with that. You know someone working there? He's probably a doctor then, yeah? Not quite. She's actually a nurse. She's more than on the pediatric side of things, so she's always insanely busy. Excuse me? Did you just say a nurse? Like one of those gals that pampers you while taking your body temp in their totally smoking hot uniforms? That kind of nurse? What's got you so heated up? Ich glaube, hat einfach nur einen Krankenschwestern-Fetisch. And besides, the clothes are mandatory. It's not like they wear them by choice. So, you gonna give me her age or what? Yeah, hold on. She's 5 years older than me, so I guess that makes her 23. We were next door neighbors for a long time, so she's basically like a sister to me. Ist nicht, wie alt war Randy nochmal? 20, glaube ich, ne? Oder war der 21? She a looker? Well, I'd say so, yeah. So, to recap, she's 2 years older than me. Also ist er 21, okay. She's hot and she's pretty much always wearing a nurse uniform. It's time to look alive, Randy Orlando. You were born for this very moment. Man, what did I do to deserve this happiness? The best thing that's ever happened to me, buddy, old pal. Oh, and thanks for the assist, wingman. Also bis jetzt hat Lloyd überhaupt noch zu gar nichts zugestimmt. I don't remember ever agreeing to help you. You men are all the same. Disgusting. Das ist sexistisch. Ich meine, Lloyd hat doch gerade gesagt, dass er da nicht zugestimmt hat. Whoa, give me a little more credit than that. I'm nothing like this guy. Is something the matter to you? You've been oddly silent for a while now. Oh no, I just do not particularly care for hospitals, that's all. Between the smell of antiseptic solution and the sight of large needles, I'm not a fan. Ich mag Tio immer mehr. Ich meine, ich hasse das auch. Krankenhäuser, ne? Krankenhäuser sind für mich so ziemlich das Schlimmste, was es gibt. Also mein absoluter Albtraum wäre, wenn ich in einem Krankenhaus feststecken würde, quasi so ans Bett gefesselt und nichts mehr machen könnte. Und dauerhaft irgendwelche Spritzen kriegen müsste und so. Das wäre mein größter Albtraum. Nur noch schlimmer wäre es, wenn da so eine fette Spinne immer direkt vor meiner Nase hängt. I see. Do you think you'll be okay? Do you think you'll be okay? I don't mind if you... There are no issues. It is merely a dislike. It is not as if I have a phobia of hospitals. For your sake, I hope you were not about to give me permission to sit out. Yeah, of course not. Ja, ich würde auch ins Krankenhaus gehen, aber... Und ich mag's auch nicht, aber Nicht als Patient. Versteht ihr, wie ich das meine? Es ist ja noch ein Unterschied, ob du da einfach nur reingehst oder als Patient da bist. Und ich sag's mal so, eine meiner größten Ängste ist, so ein Patient, so ein Dauerpatient im Krankenhaus zu sein. Das ist... That was actually a little intimidating. I should watch my mouth around her. Besides, I would also like to meet this friend of yours, Lloyd. She must have been the person you were happily chatting away with on the phone, right? How do you know about that? The two of you must be really close then. I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of person she is. For real, we'd better handle this case like our lives are dependent on it. You guys, the investigation takes precedence, okay? Gut, kommt jetzt der Bus? Wahrscheinlich müssen wir aber den Weg zurück dann laufen, wenn wir schon mit dem Bus hinfahren. It's not coming, is it? Dann müssen wir doch zu Fuß hingehen. It's been 30 minutes already. You got some splaining to do, Lloyd. Didn't you say it was coming in 10 minutes? Ja, wenn das so draufsteht. I'm in the same boat as you guys. This is really weird. The bus shouldn't be this late. I was afraid of this happening. Wer bist denn du? What are we going to do? Why is it 20 minutes late? I tried contacting them, but they wouldn't even pick up the stupid phone. Excuse me? Is something wrong with the bus? It's rare to see it fall behind schedule by this long. Yeah, they've apparently run into some trouble on the road. The driver was able to contact us, but we lost communication. The line suddenly fell silent while he was in the middle of explaining the situation. The line died? I sense trouble. By the way, who you working for, kid? Oh, me? I'm with the Crossbell City Transportation Division. Ja, Crossbell Police sind wir. We oversee the entirety of the bus service around the state. But back to the issue at hand, we tried to contact the CGF, but they weren't helpful. So as per usual, the Bracer Guild is our only hope. Nein, da müssen wir jetzt einschreiten. Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking? Yes, I think so. Wir können Lorbeeren abstauben. What other option do we have? Fate strikes again, eh? Excuse me, would you mind letting us take care of this? Huh? Why? Who are you guys? Crossbell Police Department, Special Support Section. We were already on our way to the hospital for our job. Really? You guys are police officers? Oh, I'm pretty sure I've read about you guys in some magazine. I guess the CPD took a page out of that Bracer's playbook and decided to start helping the common folk. We're not quite the same thing as them though, but we can absolutely go and assess the situation for you. You make a strong argument, I guess I'll leave it to you then. Should I call some Bracers in for backup? No, I don't think it will be necessary. Warum trauen die Leute uns nur nichts zu? Let's go, everyone. Right! Let's find us a bus. Understood. Jo, dann würde ich aber sagen, das machen wir beim nächsten Mal. Bis dann, Leute. Ciao.